I might not even need the low lighting now. Hey, wrong way. How's it going? Why aren't you disappearing? No, not you. That was weird. How am I doing? Week got kind of thrown into turmoil. Well, I mean, I'm turmoil, relatively speaking. Because our landlord has decided to, auction this place off. So, we need to do a lot of cleaning and a lot of yard work. Which is why, like, I basically cancelled all the streams for this week and next week, just so, like, I have time to do all of that. Pretty much, I've still got to do a lot of cleaning inside the house, but, like, the outside of the house has gone well so far, so... if they gave us more notice, it might have been fine, but, like, they clearly want to get rid of this place, like, ASAP. Fortunately, like, we don't have to move. We just need to make the place look good for, photographers and that. And I also watched the, expansion reel. I didn't watch the 5.5 live letter, though. And the reason I didn't is because from the pattern I recognized from, like, other expansions patches, 5.5 would be finishing the Alliance raid, and I haven't done the second Nier raid yet. So I should probably do that before I watch that. And also, like, the little bit I did catch before I decided to kind of stop watching was getting into okay, you know what, I know enough about this patch from the title, so I don't think I want to hear anything else about it. Oh, they listed the final Nier raid as secret. Oh, so they're not giving any details about it? That seems unusual. Or, like, secret how? Like, as in, they're just not talking about it now, or just no details yet? Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, Nier being Nier, that kind of tracks. So... Okay, so there's, like, two main things I want to get started today with. You might have known, like, I did do, like, a little bit of just flat-out dungeon grinding and daily roulettes. Nothing too exciting, just as, like, a little wind-down some afternoons, but, yeah, I haven't done anything, like, questline-wise. So, yeah, there's two things I want to do. Get to the point that I can queue up with the second part of the Nier raid and start doing the Eden questline. Now, the thing is that I'm not sure... Like, from what I understand, the 8-man raids have the regular difficulty and the Savage. Obviously, Savage being, like, the really tough fight. But I don't know where the other one sits in terms of difficulty. Like, if I randomly... Like, if I duty finder for that, I don't know if that's sort of a thing we can walk in and maybe 1 or 2 wipes every boss. Like, I just don't know. But I guess I'm going to find out. ARR just had just one mode, which was what we would currently consider Savage. Okay, right. The rest have a story mode and a Savage mode. Right. So the story mode is more like you just walk in and do it. The Savage mode is probably the one you go for gear upgrades and that. You can DF story mode easy. Okay, yeah, sweet. That's the main thing. Yeah, like, I assume for Savage you probably want a static to go through that, and I don't. So, or sorry, I don't have a static to go through that. Savage takes coordination and practice, yeah. Like, I imagine it's probably closer to what the extreme trials are like, where it's not just... Yeah, you can kind of fail a few mechanics here and there, and it should be fine still. Right. Searching the factory. That's what I was doing. Well, that was the last thing I was up to. You can party find a Savage Rage, but it takes patience. Yeah, like, I imagine it's closer to, like, I imagine it's close to doing heroic raids early in a raid release in WoW. Where, like, being, like, the toughest content at the time, like, people aren't going to be blowing through it with, just gear, and they're going to have to actually pay attention to the mechanics, and, yeah. Well, I mean, the actual difficulty is probably closer to Mythic, but in terms of, like, its public queuability, it's... Yeah, Savage usually is, you can fail certain mechanics once, but any more and you die, absolutely will die. And some mechanics are just, you will die. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about, like, heroic, I would say. Whereas, like, Mythic is... Like, Mythic in WoW is, you fail this one, you fail any mechanic and it's a wipe. Not, like, you won't instantly wipe, but it's probably just gonna be a wipe. Obviously, like, in a, like, a WoW raid is a lot longer, so there's, like, a bit more of a ramp, and so, like, the early bosses you can kind of get past, but I usually pug floors 1 and 2 of each tier, and then get frustrated with randos on floor 3. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, I imagine... Oh. Yeah, like, that sounds like what doing heroic week 1 in WoW was like. Generally speaking, once you get to certain points, or... Like, the first few bosses on Heroic, yeah, they're fine. But if you're getting into the latter half of that raid, then yeah, no. You're not doing that with a public party. Unless everyone's done it before. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know where the extreme trials fell into that, to be honest. Because I think the first one you do from memory is Garuda, and for Garuda Extreme, all it seemed was that you needed the 2 tanks to coordinate. And that was it. EX is somewhere between Story and Savage. Yeah, yeah. So would you... I assume Ultimate, then, would be above Savage, right? Have I done Eden yet? No, I haven't. Hi, how Chiffon dies. I'm... Okay, listen. I've had a bad track record of people coming into my chat who have names that could be spoilers depending on how early you're in. So I'm gonna give you a fair warning. If you try and even fake spoiler something, I'm going to, like, you're gonna be timed out. I'm trying to keep myself as, like... blind as I possibly can. Obviously, I don't know whether you'd be that kind of person, but the last person who came in with a name like that, tried their damnedest. But how are you doing today? Like, the plan is that I'm probably going to start the Eden quest line, so I'll find out what happens. We're really doing this again, aren't we? Alright. Does that really not let me see who said that? That's weird. Wait, really? Why is that not coming up in my mod list? That's super weird. Twitch, what the fuck? For real though, Eden is dope. You'll enjoy it if you were into Shadowbringers at all. Sorry for my name. No, that's alright. Like, as you saw from that other follower, and a blocked term that I will not repeat, yeah, I've had a few people come in here before and try and, like, flood this with spoilers, which I find exceptionally hilarious. Hang on a second. Okay. Fuck it. I guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. That's weird. Ah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you putting a message in there, because otherwise I couldn't fucking ban you. Dickhead. Oh, right, the Combat B room. Yeah, like, I'm taking an... I'm not tolerating this shit. Like, if you're in chat now and I'm saying stuff like, hey, don't spoil shit, and then you just deliberately go out of your way, then, nah, you can fuck off. Rusty, what's it? Oh shit, hang on, I should probably make sure I didn't pass something. Was this not open before? Oh, I guess maybe it's trying to force me to go through the whole thing to begin with. That makes sense. Tarnish thingamajig. I'm not gonna lie, obviously to some degree, you know what, I'm just gonna disable that widget for now. You're gonna try and spoil me, you're gonna do it in chat, not fucking follow me with random accounts like a coward. Oh, nice. Actually, shit, I haven't read any of these since last time. I think I got caught up talking to Luca last time I was in this area. Fuck, where is it? It's collection, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Right. Oh, yeah, the fucking dark as hell random log in there. Yeah, the machine's primary objective seems to be nothing more than kill enemy. What's troubling, though, is that their auto-evolution systems have begun to build a private network. Didn't they already have it? Well, I guess we're kind of establishing how the machines in this particular instance of near universe / pocket universe. I still don't understand how all of near is in here, but The machine's network has evolved to the point where paradoxes no longer present an obstacle, allowing for diversity among individuals. They may continue to incorporate whatever data is within reach. Someday, the world in its entirety. Actually, that's kind of scary, because they were more or less a hive mind in Automata. Weapon fragment data. The blade is in motion. Once gleaming white, drenched red. A blow to halt the twin gear's life and death, its impetus long forgotten. That sounds like, I can't remember whether you got weapon descriptions with... It's been so long since I played Automata, but this sounds like a weapon description from that game, and I can't remember if it was... Oh, that's right. You got like a story with each weapon that evolved as you upgraded it, if I remember correctly. I think that's how that worked? Anyway, this seems like one of those. Damaged pod. Oh my god. Something valuable. The parts and pod to... Oh. Yeah, I could probably just run back. Oh. I'm glad I turned around. Weapon fragment data 2. No. What the hell was the button for that? Oh, it didn't have one. Maybe I should assign one to it. Our world never doubted, only closed its eyes, the better to turn unburdened. Or unburdened. Now we're getting into the obscure poetry shit. Oh god. To understand the story these weapon fragments are telling you, you must have passed at least high school literature. Wait, where the fuck am I meant to be going? Oh no, he was further in. Shit. Oh, the quest marker was lighting up the next area, not just showing me where the exit was. Oh, I'm an idiot. Cool. Now I get to walk through this fucking place again. Oh boy. I wonder why they don't open up any of the shortcuts. It's too bad you can't use the shortcut terminals like an Ethernet. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, it's super weird that like it only works one way. Like, I guess it kind of makes sense from like the regular quest structure, right? But I would think that like once you explore this area in not the raid, that you just unlock them in kind of a similar way. It seems really weird not to do that, but eh. Maybe you only go through this area like once to do this, and they never really thought to... Well, they just didn't see the need to really do it. I mean, I guess I can't really blame them. Like, if you're paying attention to your quest markers, you shouldn't really need to head back to Zone 1 before you're required to. And if you do go... Like, I guess the only downside of that is that, like, if you get pulled into, like, some kind of party play before you complete this quest, then you have to go through it again. Jeez, I wonder why they didn't do that. Feels like it'd be super common, but... like, obviously isolated in terms of quest structure, it makes sense that, like, we don't really need it. But given that you can just be pulled out for any amount of content, like daily roulettes, duty finder in general, seems odd not to put them in, like, an Ethernet system. And, like, thinking about it too, like, I don't know if you would be, would it be more work to pull out what was existing in the raid? I feel like it would be. Because this is just the... Oh, I guess it's not really the same area because... the, I want to say Goliath class, but that might be wrong. And I forgot the name of that, boss too. It was a philosopher. I can't remember which. Engels, that's it. You have more parts for me, I trust. Yes, I have... You haven't the slightest idea what this might be for. Perhaps in this case, that is a good sign. The longer you stare at this odd piece of metal, the less you know what it is. Wait, what the fuck? Oh. Oh, weird. I thought that was the same, God, I thought that was the same account for a second. I was like, wait a minute, didn't I ban you? And no, I hadn't. Imagine deriving so little joy from actually just playing the game that you have to take the time to make 20 troll accounts to harass people with spoilers to get your rocks off. Yeah, it's pretty fucking sad. But then again, I could also imagine that that they're the kind of person who doesn't really care, but sees other people care, and it's like, well, I mean, I don't really care about this, but I can get joy out of it by... Well, I mean, okay, I guess that's pretty much exactly what you're implying, but I was thinking about it from a different perspective. The longer you stare at this odd piece of metal, the less you know what it is. Piece of machina that you recognize from your terrifying flight across chasms. This one, however, seems unresponsive. Don't be a miser now. Let me see them too. Oh, look at all these. Hard to say for sure whether we have everything until we... Oh, shit. I think I popped a pimple on my neck. Look at these. Hard to say for sure whether we have everything until we take a crack at reassembling it, of course. Oh my god, I can't read this. I didn't read this with a good tone. Sorry, let me start again. Oh, look at all of these. Hard to say for sure whether we have everything until we have a crack at assembling it, of course, but it's a start. No fucking clue how that's supposed to be put together. And this pod, oh, I've been so wanting to take one of these apart. Oh? Do you hear something? Function resumed. Initiating repair process. Oh, please give me my own pod. Alert. Multiple lifeforms detected in proximity. Lifeforms? Would be... lifeforms would be us, I presume? Interesting. Actually, just give me 1 second. Yeah, cool. Sorry, I just picked a straggler. Picked off a straggler. Cool. If it's still functional, there's no need for me to disassemble it. Pity. Still, I say we take it back with us. Any objections? No, of course not. Let's get on with it. fuck is that? Oh? What's this? The fuck? It's him. Though, how he climbed up here in that state, climbed back up here in that state. Is that really? Oh, I guess there's a ladder there. Hey, buddy. Are you, you doing okay? Well, you're the one who wanted to work with 2P. I'm sure she would say to destroy him for good. What do you say? Oh, brother. You know me too well. We take him with us, of course. Just in case. It'll be our little secret. Konog and I will be heading back out. I want to perform a proper analysis on these parts as soon as possible. I don't blame you if you want to look around a bit more first, though. Though you had best share your findings. Oh. Did they actually put it together? It's about time. You know those parts we found? Well, I managed to cobble them together into a decent approximation of something. I was hoping that if I... Oh no. Not the music. I was hoping that if I got the basics right, the pod could tell us what it's meant to be, but it won't stop repeating processing and beeping at me. It worked when it was analysing us, so theoretically it should be up to the task, but it seems we'll have to wait for it to finish. Whatever it is that it's doing. I'm half tempted to take my tools to it, but if I can't put it back together, we'll be back to square one. So, patience it is. In the meantime, we have quite a bit of other data to analyse. So much, in fact, that I'm certain we will need a considerable amount of time, uninterrupted time, to work, if you take my meaning. Piss off, Warrior of Light. Oh. I'm telling you to keep the Chief off our backs for a while. I don't care how. Say that his house is on fire if you like, or put it to the torch if you're not comfortable with lying. Why are you nodding at that? Ah, you dunce. Yeah, that's over. Oh, no. It's just outside the entrance. Okie dokie. I'm assuming this is part of the quest line for the first part of the raid still. Or when... I'm assuming this part of the quest line was, available with the first raid still. Especially that comment of like, oh boy, it's sure is going to take a while before we can get anything working. Allow the mysterious machines from the ruins will kill us all ho, I suppose. Sorry, it's been a lot to take in. Did you manage to keep our local miscreants out of trouble? They're safely studying your discoveries as we speak. Found them to be surprisingly competent, actually. That's not what he's referring to. It's true that when it comes to mechanical contraptions, you'll find none cleverer than those two, or more obsessive. If anyone's capable of solving the mysteries of these ruins, it's them. Much as I hate to say this, we should leave them to their own devices for now. Nice. Carnivals and confrontations. The dig site chief has a request for you. You could not possibly guess who it concerns. Lovely, what a conveniently timed entrance home. I was just thinking that I ought to send someone to check on Anog and Konog. They're still poking and prodding at those whatsits you dug up in the ruins, which is all well and good until one of them sets off another explosion. Say no more. Wouldn't want anything to happen to the artifacts. Oh, I'm sure you'll notice if they blow up anything important. I've got to go for some of the funny lines. By which point it'll be too late. Not to mention that our annual carnival is fast approaching. There's plenty that wants doing before we're ready, and I need those two to start pulling their weight. While you're looking in on them, remind them they've got duties outside of tinkering with rusty thingamabobs, will you? Maybe they'll listen if it's you doing the nagging. They seem to respect you, not just they respect anyone. Must be all the violence. Oh, it is something I'm very good at. You find them in the tunnels, of course. Can't lure them out here for the love. Can't lure them out of there for love nor money. And believe me, I've tried. Actually, shit, I didn't check if I could afford a chest piece for, the tomestones I collected. Oh, not tomestones, fucking... What's the other one called? Oh, Tomestones of Revelation, that's the one I was thinking of. So the reason I was, doing a little bit of, dungeon grinding off stream was just... You know what would be really cool is just getting some, like, glamour options. And it just so happens that the magic DPS set from Revelations looks pretty decent. So I kind of want to snag that if I can. But it's the expensive currency that has a cap on it. So, yeah, it's going to be a while. Hello. Ah, there you are. Can you believe this? I waited through days of processing, broke multiple tools, and after all of that... stupid son of a hob-swiving... Anog, not everyone is privy to your inner thoughts. Allow me to explain. The pod confirmed that this device grants the user access to some sort of weaponry, which presumably means that it is indeed the key of which 2P spoke. Unfortunately, no sooner had we gotten it working than it stopped again. Based on our previous experiences, we assumed that it's run out of power and will require a supplementary energy source. So let's hurry up and find one. The sooner we get the key working, the sooner we can pulverize our enemies. Now, wait just a moment. We aren't even certain what sort of weaponry is involved here. Even if we get the key working, we shouldn't activate it willy-nilly. Honestly, Konog, this ceaseless whining of yours is why we never make any progress. It's not whining, it's being ethical and prudent. Must you two always bicker so? Shall the victor be the first to draw blood, or the last man standing? It was a prolonged pause. Yes! Oh, goody. Quest complete. You're now involved in the argument. One way to do it. Enog would like to continue what may be charitably termed the discussion at hand. What were we talking about? Ah, yes, why I'm right. I agree that we still know too little about the machine lifeforms and androids, but that's precisely why we need to seize this opportunity. If we claim the weaponry for ourselves, we'll know exactly what the enemy's capabilities are. Then, and only then, can we protect the village from comparable technology. Fine, fine. I see your point. We'll be safer in the long run if we activate the weaponry sooner rather than later. Or everyone else will. I'll probably have dropped dead from trying to keep up with you. You say that, but you're far too stubborn to die. That's why I can always count on you. You too, most loyal and lethal assistant. Come along, we have a power source to find. Where the fuck did they just go? Oh. Outside? Oh, wow, I guess I actually accidentally coaxed them outside. That reminds me. 15... 40, 15, 20, 15, 50, 50. Ugh, but alliance raids. Actually, what raids does that actually include? Does it say? No, but it says level 50, so I assume that's Crystal Tower. Like, 50 is juicy, but there's so much time. It's about time, considering what we need to order. Once you've unlocked them all, it's 3 per expansion, excepting the incomplete Nier. Oh, okay. Oh, right. So you it goes through the ones you've unlocked, right? Which would only be the Crystal Tower for me, and I guess the first Nier raid. But considering what we need in order to power the key, hefty chunk of crystal from a knocker ought to do it. Though I haven't quite worked out how we'll divert the energy for our purposes. Konog and I think on it. Konog and I will think on it while you head over to the Hollows and liberate that crystal. Find us when you're back in Comra. Okie dokie, don't get too distracted by festival shenanigans. Oh. That right there will work. Let's see if I remember how to play game. Wow, that's not even worth Dreadworm trancing on. Like, I think I actually haven't touched 14 since my last stream. I think. Yeah, because then later because that night was when I did a little bit of grinding for currency, and I don't think I picked it up since because things got in the way. Let's just say. Alright, you two, I got the crystal. Aha, you got one, right? Decent-sized hunk of crystal, alight with ethereal energies. Ethereal. Perfect. Now we can run some tests. Oh god. Wait for the explosion. Yes, yes. It'll take a bit of experimentation to get the key powered up. It is science, you know. Don't you worry, though. We'll have this thing in working order before you know it. While you wait, why not take some time for yourself? have a nap, try some of our local delicacies, tell the chef to go bugger himself, or the chief to go bugger himself. Own Anog! Konog! Well, what great timing. Tell him to what? Ah, and here's Aldine. I knew you had roped him into your schemes again. They're good schemes. And anyway, you're the one who keeps sending him to check on us. I wouldn't have to if you do the work you were assigned. The carnival won't wait on your pet projects. What are you looking at me for? Hello, sir? Madam? Fine, fine. Come on, Konog. Let's get this over with. Frustrating as they are, you have to admire their enthusiasm for tinkering. If they can put even a tenth of that energy toward the carnival, we'll be ready in no time. I hope you'll be able to attend. You won't have seen the like before. I assure you. Not to mention that we're eager to show our appreciation for your helping us with those machines. And there's no better way to do that than with a dwarven toast to your health or two. Doesn't. That sounds like my kind of party. Crumbling lies. One of these days I need to actually sit on the jukebox and look at all the music I've acquired over the time I've been playing. Because I don't think I've ever, like, actually looked at it. Or looked at all the ones I've... Oh wow, I'm literally just getting all the near music at this point. The dig site chief would have you be an active participant in Comra's Carnival. Hang on a second. I need to check something. Oh no, master volume's still the same. Weird. I was just looking over the audio balancing and it looked a bit off compared to my mic, but I guess it's just this particular area's song doesn't hit as many highs volume-wise. Yep, Carnival. Lally, I knew you'd be here sooner or later. Ho. You remember the carnival I told you about, don't you? Yeah, I haven't left the spot since you... Okay. We finished preparing, which means it's nearly time to open celebrations with the unfurling of the banners. But first we'll need an officially sanctioned bearer to present said banners to 3 of our people. And why not let you do the honours? Others are clamouring for the task, make no mistake. It's an important and highly coveted duty, you understand. But I couldn't deprive you of this opportunity to experience GOG culture hands-on. Consider it a thank you for keeping Anog and Konog from blowing themselves up. And look sharp, we haven't got all night. Banner delivery. So the role of bearer went to the outsider after all. Nothing you can't handle, I hope. This traditional decoration for Comra's annual celebration features an equally traditional GOG pattern rendered in 4 colours. It's not that I think the chief made a poor choice, mind. Bit of a waste, yes. But there's no better way for you to introduce yourself to the rest of the village. You wouldn't. And would you know it, you're not so bad. Aw. At least I wasn't... given the Warrior of Light's track record for stuff like this, actually no, I guess it's been probably more positive than anything else. I was thinking of very early on in, I think it's ARR, where Ida and Papalimo kind of ruin your introductions to the beast tribe that summons Ramu, whose name is escaping me for some reason. And I was like, wow, yeah, we actually have a bad track record of this. It's good that we're getting some good reviews, but then I was like, no, wait a minute, like, The entirety of Heavensward begs to differ. Aha, you'll be the bearer. Well, hand it over. This is what we've all been waiting for. Because basically the only thing I've done other than Shadowbringers recently was start going through the early parts of ARR with a 4th character at this point. Yeah, I guess that was on my mind. Ah, the colours of Comra. They speak of our village, our lives, our very souls. Oh, except this one. Never really cared for this one. Looks like it tripped halfway through the journey from beige to yellow and fell in a ditch. Yikes. That does sound like a very ugly colour. Time already, is it? Oh, my hands are so sweaty. Do take care now. I'd hate to be the one who drops the banner. Phew, well done. Let's share a drink once it's safely unfurled, eh? The carnival is our way of showing appreciation for each other, and I certainly appreciate you keeping this banner from slipping away like a greased eel. You know, now that I think about it, the fact that we're getting the amusement park music from Nier, and the fact that we're about to have a carnival, is a very bad sign. Finished, have you? Hopefully speaking with those folks helped impress upon you that this wasn't just some menial errand anyone could have done. No, the slightest mishap in the banner delivery process would have spelled disaster, you hear? Now, without further ado, let the carnival begin. That's so cute. Oh my god. Does that always happen? No need to stand there waiting for someone to give you more work to do. Go and witness the fruits of our labours. Revel, frolic, etc. Oh, that had an exclamation point. I probably should have said that a bit more emphatically. If you need a task that badly, you can set yourself to working up an appetite. I expect you to partake heartily of our traditional cuisine, not to mention the drinks. Cool. So I will just walk around this many times. Don't spare me these menial tasks. I see one more streamer. Done decorating, are you? Uh-oh. So I bought a summoner level skip. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, oh no! Okay, out of curiosity, what level did you jump from and to? Because when I was doing some of the 26 to 70. Oh, so you went from Arcanist to Demi-Bahamut summoning Summoner. Oh shit. That's a bit of a leap. Jesus. Yeah, I can't imagine how difficult that must be to wrap your head around just, like, looking at it. Keep dots up, keep, like, your charges on cooldown. Keep a further ruin or an instant to go into Demi-Bahamut so you can immediately, Arcmorn. That's about it. Summoner might as well be hieroglyphics, and I don't even want to look at Scholar. Yeah, that's gonna be... I might even do that on stream to see how well I adapt to that, because, like, jumping into a completely... Like, jumping into Astrologian would be like, well, obviously that's tough, because, like, it has no comparison to Summoner. in terms of, like, there's no fundamental similarities in terms of how it works. But there would possibly be with Scholar, and I'm curious if it will make sense to me just having played Summoner or not. I'm doubting it will, because I know for a fact that, for example, you have, like, 3 Aether points instead of 2, but you might want to hold on Astrologian. It's getting a big rework in the expansion. Yeah, I heard. No, I honestly think I might, like, if I get to it, Astrologian is losing their shield stance. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they're being turned into more of a throughput healer than a shield, or than a kind of hybrid, which I guess they sort of were, from my understanding. I don't know, I still might try them out if I end up getting into a position where I can. Because, I mean, the expansion's not going to be until August at earliest. Because it's like fall, it's fall 2021, which here is spring, so that's August, September, October. Sorry, no. Wow, that's dumb. No, it's, September, October, November. I don't know why, I just completely fucked up months, but it'll be like White Mage will have 2 pure healers, 2 barriers. Yeah, that's what I understood. Currently, their default is White Mage with cards, spammable regens with shield cooldowns. I guess, like, what I'm saying is that I'm not, like, opposed to touching it just because it's going to change in the future. I'd still be interested to see, Oh, shit. No, leave that closed for the time being. You can push a button to give them spammable shields with cooldown regens. Okay, right. It sounds a bit like, it sounds a bit like Holy Priest. Although I guess they were a little bit... Oh, no, they did have the shield, but it wasn't really there. Also ripped my numbers. I knew it was coming, though. Happens to every MMO that goes on long enough. Yeah, I mean, it's... There's literally no practical impact from that other than the differences between the levels between, what was it, 51 and 80 being smaller. So, doing content under-leveled is going to be easier, but doing content over-leveled is going to be harder, because the gap is closed. But yeah, like, it's inevitable. And they're really just doing the kicking the can down the road solution to it by just, what's a good way to put it? By just, like, making it so that, the gap between 50 and 80 is now more similar to, like, 50 and 60 or something like that. Like, you're just gonna get 2 more expansions before you have to do it all over again. WoW's done it twice? Yes, WoW has done it twice, but it's done it in 2 different ways. So I believe the first time it did it in a similar way to this, where it didn't do it in the same way. So if I remember correctly, they did, like, a big top-to-bottom squish, but with, like, a curve at the beginning. So it gets stronger slower earlier on, and then kicks back up once you get to the higher levels. It was a bit different to this situation, though, because, like, they're doing what is essentially, like, your power is like this, and then it kind of rises like that instead, and then it goes back up to this, right? Whereas WoW was like, okay, we did have, like, a kind of... Well, I mean, I guess you still have, like, a... You don't have, like, a linear power increase. That was dumb. Like, there's just a section that kind of, like, goes back to being a bit slower, whereas WoW, they actually, like, shoved all of the curve lower, which unfortunately did fuck up some things here and there. The second time they did the stat squish, though, Actually, I don't want to say something stupid, because I know the second time they did it, they did something more complicated, where if you were going back into older content, you were stronger than you actually were at that level, so it still feels like you're doing old content. It was weird. Yeah, they've tried 2 different approaches with it. One was more of a... Oh, shit. Ooh, we lost some frames there. Like, one was... The first time it was similar to what 14's doing now, where it was more or less just kicking the can down the road. The second time was actually kind of addressing it for a far longer period of time. And then they just did the level squish too recently with Shadowlands, where everyone is no longer leveling to 120, but they're leveling from 50 to 60 if you were max level. But yeah, like, honestly, like, as someone who designs software and wants to be like far more involved in game design, like, big numbers like that can feel great. But the problem is that, like, once the big numbers become, like, the standard, you might as well truncate them. Like, if you're hitting in the millions, no one gives a shit about the thousands or hundreds. It's just the millions number that people care about. So, just truncating it to 15 million focuses on what people actually like about it, because it's, oh, I got 15 million instead of 10 million last time. Holy shit. Like, no one really cares about the in-betweens. Really shortened it to 20k anyway. Yeah, but that's what I mean, right? Like, that's an indication that you could probably truncate it, and the effect, once people have adjusted to it, is just the same. Because if you hit for like 200 where you would hit for 20k, but you understand that 200 is big, like, that has the same effect. Whereas, like, you know, when you get into, like, the end of Legion in WoW, where, I want to say that, Destruction Warlock's Chaos Bolts were hitting for, like, 43k in their burst, 43 million in their burst windows. Like, you can make that number smaller and still make it, like, spike and feel good. It doesn't need to reach the millions and trillions before, you know, oh, finally, I got the number to the next arbitrary stage, you know. Or the next arbitrary size up, I guess. But yeah, like, and especially given 14's history, it is probably very important that they keep those numbers small. Because I can imagine that code base has some very small, memory sizes for certain numbers, and once you start reaching, like they pretty much said during the reveal, like, once you start hitting the limit, you get some really weird shit happening. Like, I don't know if anyone's, like, I know a few people, I know, like, there's a meme of, like, Gandhi being, like, the most aggressive Civ leader in some circumstances, but, like, the funny thing is that the reason that Gandhi is like that in some Civ games is because there's a number determining his, like, I can't remember whether it's peacefulness or aggression, and, like, it either overflowed or underflowed to be the opposite. So he's very peaceful, but if he got too peaceful, he would loop around and become violent. Like, that's the kind of fucked up bug you'll start seeing in, if they don't, like, squish those down. It's really funny when it happens, but probably not good for the health of an online game that millions of people play. Anyway. MMO, like, broad MMO talk, tangent over. I need to get back to this. Wife, it is an Aldine, and run absolutely ragged with tedious carnival duties, no doubt. Actually, I was just looking for one. It is indeed my solemn duty to eat my weight in carnival food. Oh, that's a fucking line. I had the honor of delivering the banners, thank you very much. Oh, and I suppose you were told it was incredibly important, were you? Well, try not to let it go to your head. Speaking of your head, I expect it just might explode when you see the key in action. Yes, the key. Don't tell me you've forgotten. We literally talked about that like 10 minutes ago. All of this, if you like lower face masks, you might like the Allagan, the high Allagan mask of casting aiming. I will have a look for that then. I don't mind it. Yeah, I'm still trying to find a look for this character. Or for Summoner specifically. Like, obviously it'd kind of differ for different jobs. But, like, I'm still trying to find, like, a good look for him, and I thought, you know what, let's try the reverse Oriange, or traitor Oriange, kind of, headpiece style, because I hadn't run into any of the ones that, like, cover the face, but that one seemed alright. Or this one seems alright. I don't know if I'd, like, keep it for Summoner, necessarily. It's funny, because, like, oh, I guess it's casting and aiming, not specifically for Summoner, because this feels very Black Mage, if you ask me. Like, kind of the heavy obfuscation of one's being feels very much like a Black Mage, and I still don't know what I want to go with this character in Summoner. Because unfortunately, I don't like the Unicorn Horn in almost every circumstance, which kind of sucks, because that's kind of the aesthetic they have going. Yeah, I'll find one eventually. All this festive nonsense has been an unnecessary distraction, but Konog and I did manage to get some real progress while the chief wasn't looking. If you want the details, and I know you do, you'll have to meet us at the usual place. The last thing we need is half the village drunkenly eavesdropping. Oh, also, I haven't played Sage yet, but I can already tell I'm just going to love that from style alone. I don't think this character's going to do that, though, because, honestly, the idea of the Lalafell character I'm playing, like, spinning those fucking, that weapon and movement style is totally my jam. Yeah, that's fucking, it's great. So one concern I do have when they said that they were gonna make, White Mage and Astrologian throughput healers and, Sage and, Scholar, like, barrier healers, is I don't know how they're going to differentiate between the two of them then. Like, first off, there's a concern for barriers just in general, because from what I understand, like, I don't know how it works in this game, but often when you play barrier-heavy healers, there comes a point where, like, they're just kind of redundant if there's too many at the same time. Obvious fairy stuff aside. Oh yeah, like, aesthetically, obviously, there's a big difference, but, like, mechanically and, like, number-wise, how are they going to differentiate? Like, is Sage going to be more of a damage dealer? Is, Scholar going to have, like, a few more throughput options, whereas Sage really relies on the barriers a lot? And same thing for Astrologian and White Mage. Like, it does seem like they're removing... I don't know if they're completely removing, like, a lot of shield options from Astrologian, just because I don't know how it plays. But the fact that they're taking out, like, a fundamental, or, like, a pretty, like, big passive ability that they have seems to speak to them not creating too much overlap between throughput and barrier, which has me a bit concerned, but they mentioned Sage being able to buff its own damage, which leads me to suspect they're going to bring back a form of cleric stance for them only. Oh, interesting. So yeah, they would be a bit more like, okay, right, so the utility they would provide is more like DPS, whereas, like, they might make Scholar, like, a bit more well-rounded as a healer. Like, primarily focusing on barriers, but also having the throughput when needed, whereas Sage is more like, yeah, you can kind of do the throughput, but the reason you bring them in there is for barriers and damage. That could be interesting. In fact, that might actually pull me towards Sage, depending on how it goes, of course. One of the big criticisms from career healers has been that healers have only gotten over simple and boring since cleric stance went away. I have to remember what cleric stance does Or did. Healer ability roll action. Increases attack magic potency by 5%. Okay. So basically you had a cooldown that you could deal a lot of damage in a window. Okay. Right, so I guess, like, your parallel priorities are obviously dealing damage and healing, and as part of your damage rotation, you have an ability that actually makes you deal a fair amount of damage. Makes you feel like you're contributing a bit, and doesn't feel like you're just sitting there if you're not healing. Which is interesting, because, like, the way that healers have been talked about to me is that they have a more involved DPS rotation they're expected to go through. Whereas in, like, WoW, like, if the healers didn't deal damage, it wasn't a huge deal. Like, it didn't really matter as long as they were healing. But back when healer damage scaled with Instill, their attacks are about 1/8 of their current damage. Cleric stance swapped Int and Mind and gave a % bonus to their attacks. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Okay, right. So they would literally, they would basically flip between healing and, no, I'm going to deal damage now. But going into Cleric Stance locked them there for 6 seconds and heals a week until they turned it off. Right, yeah. So it's a real, like, risk-reward thing, but if you played around it well, then, yeah, like, obviously you'd be... Huh. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Like, so it's a trade-off of, do I turn this on to nuke, or do I need to stay out of it so people don't die? Yeah, that's a really interesting... That's a really interesting choice to have. Just for all healers, I think. Damn, it's a shame they removed it. Or, like... I don't know if they removed it, or if it's just, like, a neutered version of whatever it is now. Like, one of my favorite healers in WoW was a Discipline Priest. So they got a rework in, I think it was Legion, where they had a mechanic called Atonement. So they have relatively weak, like, direct throughput and barrier spells. Or actually, barrier was kind of their big thing, but they're not very good at throughput spells specifically. But if you gave an ally this mechanic or this buff called Atonement, through either raw healing or shields, any of the damage you deal, a % of that would actually heal them. So they became a big throughput healer, but you needed to do a DPS rotation to make that work. And that's something I really enjoyed about it, because you're not just sitting there kind of refreshing dots and keeping shields up and stuff like other healers. Like, you're actively engaging with the fight too, and you do kind of need to know about damage phases and that to really get the most out of it. It was the only healing spec I enjoyed in the entirety of WoW, and it kind of... Like, it sucks that there isn't, like, an exact corollary in this, but the fact that there is a higher emphasis on healers doing a damage rotation in, raids and dungeons and that does compel me a lot. Though it sucks that obviously they removed, like, what sounds like a very interesting mechanic to really, like, let you capitalize on your knowledge of the fight. Because if you know, for example, that, like, there isn't a big mechanic for, 10 to 15 seconds, the thing is off cooldown, I can get into the damage stance right now and just blast out a bunch of damage before that big mechanic comes in, switch back and make sure everyone's healed to go. That sucks. The more I'm talking about that and thinking about the scenarios in which that's interesting, I'm actually really sad now, even though I never touched it. Oh, well. There you are. Let's review our work, shall we? Doubtless you've forgotten some significant detail. Oh god, here we go again. It was really fun with a competent party, but it left healers open to lots of blame when grouped with people who get hit by things they shouldn't. Yeah, that's definitely a drawback to it. I would say that, like, it's probably the healer's discretion to use that in a party like that, but at the same time, like, if you're doing something that's, like, Savage, for example, and you're doing, like, a public party, like, no, people, like, that's kind of their responsibility. Like, if this is the phase that no one should get hit by anything in because, like, it's really easy to dodge, and it gives healers a room to actually deal damage because maybe an ad's up that they need to get rid of, like, you can't really turn around, or reasonably, you can't really turn around to the healer and say, well, don't press the button that makes you heal less. You always have to heal, because, no, that part of the fight, you shouldn't get hit, like, at all. But obviously it's a bit different in public, because, like, you get people who aren't good. Yeah, I guess it, like, that kind of sucks in some regard, because the problem clearly there is a, oh, no, that could have manifested in a few different ways. I don't think I feel confident making a judgment on that. Because I was going to say, like, well, clearly it's just, like, the people need to understand that that's what healers do. They are going to deal damage at some point, and there's going to be positions in the fight where you're going to be on your own if you get hit. Or at the very least, that all the healers need to be more coordinated with how they use that to make sure people aren't. But, like, the way to solve that problem is not removing that mechanic. It's, like, it's the community learning that that is a thing, and that they kind of need to, like, communicate more about the use of that. Like, yeah. Fun ruined. As hopefully even you will recall, we required a source of energy to restore functionality to the so-called key 2P told us about. We obtained said source in the form of a knocker's crystalline carapace, though the transference of energy from crystal to key proved a challenge. Nothing that... What the hell? That sounded like... Oh god, what sound effect was that? It's not the equipping... It's not the changing set sound. Gear sets, I mean. Oh, fuck. Like, that actually confused me, because I was like, wait, why are there sounds outside of the cutscene from another player happening in this cutscene? But... Material melding sound. That's it. Right. Yeah, okay. Like, obviously they just reused the sound effect there, but, like, I was kind of, like, it took me out for a second, because I was like, wait, I don't think there was anyone else in the room with me when I started this cutscene. Why am I hearing that? Nothing that Konog and I, in my infinite wisdom, couldn't handle, however. Wow, that is a sentence. Way to be up your cell phone, Anog. Oh, shit. Sorry, hold on a second. I just noticed there's something... Oh god, I hope that's not soft drink. There's like a little... There was a little smudge in like the corner of my monitor, and I was like, is that just dust? That looks like it's collected a fair bit, but no, like, and then thought, oh god, don't tell me I spilt something on it, but luckily it was just dust. You find your faith in us well rewarded. The key is now fully powered, and, as far as we can tell, functional. So, I dare say we'll soon be capable of smiting our enemies with the press of a button. Or we would be, if we had the first clue as to how to operate the blasted thing. Indeed, it seems the key is a more complicated device than we anticipated. Thus far, we have succeeded only in making it display a series of strange glyphs. We presented these to the pod for translation, of course, but we cannot make heads nor tails of its terminology, no matter how many times we prompt it to explain. The androids appear to have an intuitive, or at least finely honed, grasp of technology, so I have no doubt that 2P would know, but... She's shown no signs of miraculously awakening, that's for certain. Ugh. You, pod. Can 2P be revived? Analyzing android repair sequence. Error detected. Confirming details. Damage to internal mechanism detected. Proposal. Replace the damaged part. So with a replacement part, repair is possible? I dare say facilitating that process would prove more efficient than contributing our own or continuing our own fruitless experimentation with the key. I would hardly call wandering the factory for days on end with the barest idea of what sort of part we're looking for efficient. So unless our friend here has just happened to stumble upon a room filled with android corpses right for the harvesting. Oh yeah, we do have... yeah, the corpse room! Oh, right. That room that had like 20 androids dead in it. How could I forget? Odd, but superlative. You will take us there at once. We'll bring Pod, too. It can tell us if any of the androids still have the part we need. Onward. Oh, good. So we're going to go in there again and still not have that accessible like an Ethernet. Why the fuck did they do that? That's so weird. I super appreciate how much the dialogue options in this quest series match what I would actually say. Yeah, like... That's definitely Yoko Taro's writing coming through. In a much more blunt way than he usually does. But, yeah. Honestly, this whole raid is, like, very meditative, if only very briefly, and only to make jokes about how the Warrior of Light would be portrayed as a person, and if they actually were, like, cognizant of the fact that they just kind of get led around and told to do shit all the time, how they would think. It's really good. This is making me want to play Nier Automata again as well. I mean, I was already going to do that because Replicant is coming out at some point, and I want to play through Automata again. Just to refresh myself. Also because I haven't played a character action game in a while, and I probably need to play something that's... well, I mean, Nier is character action... But, well, mostly character action, but, like... Like, I need to play a Nier game again to get my head back around, like, the pod/magic and melee weapons again, and juggling the two. So I got pretty decent at it, but I don't know, like, there's something about character action games in particular that, like, I can get, like, decent at them, but the second I stop playing them, it like, for some reason, it just doesn't commit to muscle memory the same way a lot of other stuff, a lot of other games do. I don't know what it is. Like, it always ends up me shortcutting into mashing, which for Nier is fine. Or doing the one combo, which, like, you can get by with, but... with the chat mode in Say, use your keyboard or software keyboard to enter any phrase containing analog to attract the easily distracted dwarf's attention. Any phrase, eh? What? I was going to be rude, but I don't think I will be. Over here, is it? Konog, Pod, stop dallying. I mean, I walked past you to, like, 3, if you include the pod. How disturbing. The color of their garb is different, but they do appear to be the same make as 2P. Which means, ghoulish or not, we can make use of them. This is truly excellent, Konog. My understanding is that the pod should be able to salvage the correct part and initiate the repairs. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. We just got teleported back. That's nice. Must we instruct it every single time? Go on pod, fix 2P. Well, I mean, it only listens to commands. It doesn't really think for itself. Did it work? Shit, I didn't even look at the name for that quest. That was a mistake. Everything you know is wrong. The glee in Anog's eyes at the sight of 2P's awakening could only be born of keen self-interest. It would not be wise to keep her waiting. Sweet success. Let's not waste any more time about it. 2P, do you remember what happened? Yeah, do you mind telling us why you're fighting with 9S, and why 9S is being aggressive towards us? Or you, maybe? I was damaged in combat, and you brought me here. And then you wildly inconvenienced us by dying on the table, yes. Fortunately for you, we were clever enough to pick up Pod here. And by the fact that we're having this conversation, I assume it succeeded in repairing the damage. I see. Did you, locate the key as I instructed? Despite how little information we had to go on, we did. It's fully operational, as far as we can tell. So, can you use it? Hang on a second, I just realized something. I don't think I got a message back from someone. Any word on whether... I was actually meant to check up on that earlier, but evening is kind of flexible enough to check in at 9:15, right? Cool. All right. Okay, well, I'm glad we didn't do that. What? An earthquake? Everyone, outside, now! What the fuck? Those are your units? What in the... Oh god, I'm having flashbacks. Oh. The mountain? What happened to the mountain? They look like they're Yorker units. This isn't... Anog, look! Okay... I've... not seen androids like you before. So, do you need help, or... 2P? No, there are too many. Worried for me? Don't be. Oh. You're on the same side. What is the meaning of this? It means that your assistance is no longer necessary. Oh, good music incoming. Oh! Konog. Have it your way, then. See this world to its end. I know I worried, but I thought she was our friend. She. And who are you? Because we've noticed a trend. I'm Yoha number 2 Type B unit, but you may call me 2B. I'm here to destroy the androids in white. We can discuss this later. Right now, we've got to stop 2P. Oh, Jesus. Okay, sorry. I missed a couple of those. Oh. There it is. Some of those new models, I don't have near experience to know what's straight out of it and what's original. So, huh? Weekly reward limits. Oh, right. This has got to do with... Yeah. That's fine. So, androids in Nier Automata, so they go by 2 designations. They have the number and the letter. For everyone except A2, who is a slight exception because, they're kind of a older, or they're kind of a different beast. But, generally speaking, you can, they have a letter, which is their type, and a number, which is like the number they were made, more or less. Or the number unit assigned, basically. So if there are 10, if there are 9, they're numbered 1 through 9. So 2B, for example, is battle type. I think battle? Did she actually say just B or type B? Okay. They tend to be battle units, but unit types tend to look the same. And all of the ones that were on the cliffside don't look like any android types we've seen. We've seen S, A, E, P. Well, I guess 2P, but like I don't know what the P is. 2P is like 2P's also appeared in Soul Calibur. So take from that what you will. She doesn't appear in Nier Automata. She only appears in Soul Calibur, which, in the context of this, I don't know why the fuck she exists here, but hang on. So A, B, E, S, and O. I think those are the ones we know of that we're introduced to in Automata. And none of them look like those. But then again, we're also dealing with 2P, who is kind of an enigma, so maybe there's like a different faction of androids that go by a different sort of thing, designations and whatnot. Do I have to save this world again? I'm tired today, and we've got like at least 6 more. Parallel, as in parallel universe unit? I don't know. I have no idea. I honestly couldn't tell you. But we've got the Puppet's Bunker now. 465, which thankfully I surpass. So we're going to do that. And then 30 minutes, Jesus, okay, maybe we won't do this tonight. I don't really know how long I'm going to be streaming for. Just because I felt like I really wanted to do something 14 related after watching the stream today, and I do want to start making a chunk into like side content and that before 5.5 hits. Obviously I want to get to the end of the second Nier raid before 5.5 hits, because the third part of the Nier raid. But one thing I do want to try and do... Holy shit, that filled up fast. One thing I do want to find is in the middle of nowhere. Because I believe that's the start of the Eden raid. Is there really a pet called Ugly Duckling? God damn. Alright. In the middle of nowhere. One of the Crystarian guards is particularly relieved to have found you. Soon. Waits for data center visiting. Yeah, right. Ah, Aldine. Have you seen Reen? She's been looking for you. Oh, hang on a second. Damn it, beat me to it. Wait here, I'll go and get her. Sorry about that. wasn't really interested in DC Visit until I started watching people on Twitch. Now, of course, I think it would be fun to run stuff with some of the non-NA people sometimes. Yeah, one of the things it would really help, and obviously, from a just accepting randoms into a thing standpoint, it can obviously still be kind of a pain, but you can definitely get especially for 14, you can go through a lot of the side content more reliably if you can do that, because maybe you've got maybe you've got 3 or 4 viewers that you can just kind of queue up with to make queues a lot quicker. And with the that just enables that a lot more, because otherwise you kind of need a static, and getting that organized with people when you stream is a pain. Unless you're working your streams around that already, but yeah. It'll be good, definitely. Just I watched a couple of streamers watching the announcement for that, and when that came up, there was just it was almost equivalent elation to Sage being announced, which is kind of funny. There you are. The truth is, I need your help. Okay, what's up? Now hold on, I haven't even told you what it is yet. After you defeated Emmet Selk, I sensed a strange concentration of light somewhere far to the south. In the empty, the lands that were once swallowed by the flood. What? Wait. I can't tell what it is, but we have to find out. For all we know, it might even be another Light Warden. Oh, fuck. Really? Whatever it may be, I don't intend to stand by and watch. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thancred, Oriange, and I have a few theories that we plan to test once we find whatever's causing this. The three of us were reluctant to ask for your help, considering everything that you've been through. Thing is, you're the only person who can defeat a Light Warden without becoming one yourself, so we have no choice. While we don't want to jump to conclusions, it would be a good idea to have you there, just in case. So, will you come with us? I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. I'm not going to let a Light Warden sleep. I was trying to think of a more intelligent way to say that, and came up with nothing. Thank you, Aldine. This means a lot. First of all, let's head to the derrick in Armarang. Thancred and Oriange should have everything ready by now. Okay, where are we going? Oh, okay, just to the inn. That's fine. Just teleport there. Near the derrick. I thought that was the divide. Am I thinking of the wrong thing, or? Oh, yeah, I guess I am thinking of the wrong bit. Oh. That is a goofy-ass looking car. Huh. I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on the way here. I doubt they posed any sort of challenge to him. Would that I could say the same with confidence about whatever fiend may be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Reen sensed turns out to be nothing of consequence, the empty is hardly the most welcoming of places. Anything that could survive out there is not to be trifled with. Moreover, it should be reiterated that the light-blasted wasteland poseth as severe a threat as any foe we might face. In any event, we are in agreement that this phenomenon doth warrant an investigation, though for lack of more precise means of navigation, we must needs rely on Reen's innate abilities to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is a poor substitute for first-hand observation. There'd be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. Is the sky slipper ready, Thancred? Ready to take us wherever we need to go? Aye. Back again too, maybe, if we ask it nicely. That doesn't inspire confidence. Though the light hath been expunged from Norvrand, the ambient ether of the empty is still corrupted. Dangerously so, in fact. The flood of light devastated everything in its wake. The soil, the air, the water, all rendered incapable of supporting life. 'Tis due to this imbalance that the empty remaineth utterly uninhabitable, even a century thereafter. This card makes me think of the Epoch from Chrono Trigger. It does! Fuck, that's what I was trying to I thought it looked familiar, and I didn't know if it was, like, referencing something, or if I'd seen something like this in game before, but, like, no, you nailed it. Fucking Chrono Trigger car. That's why we're taking every possible precaution between the did I say... Oh, shit. Here we go. Ready to die. If we actually get through this. There are so many ways to die. All death. Well, I mean, it's the second section of an Alliance raid, so this is where we get into, okay, that last boss had a few killings, had a few things, if you weren't paying attention, you'll die. Every boss has one of those now. Oh, fuck me. Okay, moving on then. Okay, come on. We had full tanks confirmed before. They shouldn't be taking that long. That's why we're taking every possible precaution. I knew I should have just started reading that, because then we definitely get through. Okay. Time to die from balls again. I see a few people have already been through this raid. Holy shit. Oh my god! Oh my god, the Puppet's Bunker. That name just struck me. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh. Bye, 2B. Whoa. What are we in? B. Okay. I'm guessing we're just standing here. Yeah, probably. Ah, clever. That's cool. Someone just leaped off. Oop. Ugh. Can I target you? Yes, I can. There we go. Oh, God. I don't think I was watching that. Alright, here we go again. Round 2. I think it's here? Oh, no, slightly. Yep. I was close. Oh shit, there's a flight unit right next to us. I didn't fucking see that. Oh god, I did it again. Whoa. Hello, Angel Script. Spot here. Oh. There are overlaps that don't... Damn it, I was doing really well too. I'm probably going to wait until these go past. Oh, come on. Oh, actually, that's it. Oh shit, no, because I'm not going to get rezzed on where I'm standing. It's fine. No, not Titan. Oh my god. Spin! Oh no. Oh god damn it. Alright, you know what? I'll take one death. That wasn't too bad. Don't want either of those. I was going to say that was a cool boss, but then I'm starting to see a pattern that the bosses I actually get are... remember, you're invincible for like 6 seconds after raise, as long as you don't press anything except movement keys. Oh! I didn't actually know that. Actually, I should probably get Garuda for this. decent one, but fuck me. Oh dear. Oh shit. All of us falling in sync like that is really goofy. Ah, amazing. Oh boy. $767p. Oh, that was bad. Why did I do that? I think I just barely dodged that out of sheer luck. I thought I was going to get crushed by that, but apparently not. Like, once I saw where it was going to hit, I was like, oh, fuck. I did it bad. Oh, dear. Out of the way of that. No. Oh, dear. Fuck. I appreciate you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. It's represented by the yellow transcendent buff. Yeah, I never noticed that. But then I was watching it go, and I saw that it was ticking down, like... It was ticking down faster than I was going to have time to get out of it. And I was kind of concerned that I was going to get destroyed. That is the wrong fucking summon yet again. Oh, that's a... that's a bad... That was a bad to stand on. Oh, Jesus. I think I'm gonna... Oh, okay. Glad we killed it then, because I think I was about to get fucking annihilated again. Oh my god, we are where I thought we were. It's actually... Oh, yep. Yep. We're here. Oh boy. So this is a pretty significant place in Nier Automata. I'm gonna leave it at that. 21.0 self-consciousness data. Whose operator was that? I feel like that was 9S's, but I can't remember. They're playing the Japanese and English voice tracks over each other. That's actually kind of neat. Oh my god, yes. Please tell me it's this song. Yeah, baby. Oh god, that's bad. Oh my god. Fuck. I knew they would include this song somewhere. Oh no. Balls. You're kidding. How am I getting hit by every fucking mechanic? I'm just like out of position every fucking time. This is so frustrating. Oh my god, I did that wrong as well. Fuck me. Jesus. Oh, balls. I should have saved that. Fuck. Welcome to the true Nier experience. Being barraged by balls from all sides. Oh god, what's happening? Oh my... Just got fucking douched by 2. That was not my fault. Motherfuckers kept... Okay. Oh, I didn't get healed in time. Which I can't really blame. Like, a lot of us are dropping like flies, so like, it's hard to expect healers to keep up, but... Why over there? Oh, dear God. Oh. Where did that other explosion come from? Like, are you fucking for real? Like, where is that circle coming from? I don't understand how it's meant to read that and expect that this place was a bad spot to stand in. No, I do want an answer. I don't understand how it's supposed to read that and think that. The wall says 10 or 30 behind each pod. Oh, okay, I see. So the pods are using different abilities, one of them being an AoE. Okay. Sure. $30 is a circle, 10 is a line. Oh! Wait, what? What? Oh my god, that is wide enough. I don't know what that means. Ow. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe they're actually doing this. This is actually kind of amazing, I'm not gonna lie. Oh no. How did I get hit by... Okay, the fact that this area has turned into this is actually concerning, because now I don't know what the fuck is going on. When we saw the command center, I thought oh, wait a minute. Oh my god, the white androids were the white androids designed by... Unit 2P process termination confirmed. Oh my god, you killed her. No, wait. Oh my god, they fucking commenced the fight. Oh, goody. 2P is a machine life form. Of sorts. What have the aliens got to do with 2P? I'm so confused. Huh? this is a good remix. Also, Jesus Christ. Okay. Compound 2P. So much fucking going on. Okay, listen. There's only so much, like, new signaling you could introduce in a single encounter. I'm gonna get fucking destroyed. Okay, to be fair though, that's been kind of introduced before. But like, there's only so much like new raid mechanic signaling you can do before, like, it's just inevitable that someone who's never done this before is just going to die. Like, and like they have to do it somewhere. But fuck me. Oh, there was still a ground AoE there. Great. Like, like, obviously this is, like, part of learning a raid and whatnot, but, like, god damn. Does it feel bad to rock up into this place and just get flattened by something you cannot interpret? That's fine. I guess we just had to make sure it didn't touch the ground. And I just wasted a trade thing. What the fuck is that? Oh god. I've lost the plot at this point. I don't even know what fucking rotation I'm doing. Sorry, excuse for what I'm doing. Oh god, what the fuck does that mean? Wait, no, oh, no, she must have followed up with something I didn't see then. Where are you going? Okay, whatever. Okay, sorry. I need to catch up on things. Wait, what the fuck does that mean? 2p card. The rune did a lift thing? Oh my god, that's a lot of loot. Holy shit. Let's roll need on pretty much all of this. Oh my god, I got a 2 and a 1. Holy shit. Alright, I got myself some new gear. Oh my lord, that's actually kind of perfect for him. Alright. Do you call them lifts in Oz? Oh, like elevators or something? I assume you're talking about? The first time it's just a screen behind the pod, but it starts tethering to pods on the left or right. Yeah, I gathered that towards the end. It's just... yeah, like, I don't know how I feel about that sort of thing, right? Because I feel like 14 really wants you to kind of fall over and fail to learn. Whereas, like, in WoW, there's a lot more settings and there's a lot more settings in which you can learn fights, so there's not a lot of situations where you will be running into, like, not knowing what to do at all. And also, like, 14 seems to require a little bit more, cooperation from everyone in the group, which isn't a bad thing. It just doesn't feel great to roll into, oh yeah, the near raid, yeah, is that, I just fucking died. Because I don't know, because, like, for example, that laser thing that drew in until a point and then hit everything outside of it. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was signaling. I've never seen something, like, drag across like that. Yeah, and, like, to be honest, like, I was just getting frustrated getting hit so much that I picked on the one thing that I could be like, ah, yes. I can see that I would not have known how to survive that, so obviously I'll pick on that instead of picking on the times that I just didn't see a mechanic coming. Yeah, I get tilted because, like, I expect myself to be a bit better than that, and, okay, that doesn't really answer my question, but I'm gonna deal with that later. What was I saying? Yeah, like, I'm sure you probably noticed, I tend to get tilted when I fuck up, because, like, I expect myself to be a bit better than that. But unfortunately, 14 is definitely the kind of game that, like, at least with its, like, raid content, like, you're going to fuck up before you win without dying, or before you get through it without dying, as opposed to a lot of the other content where, like, you could probably get through it fine. Yeah. Lifts or elevators? I think it depends on the suburb, actually. Because I know my family usually calls them lifts. But, like, depending on the person in my friend group that I talk to, they could call it elevators. Like, I don't think that's a hard and fast rule, at least here. I've been made to believe that this is bullet hell stuff is a near thing. That is 100% a near thing. Nier and Nier Automata do a hybrid sort of action-oriented combat style with bullet hell elements. If I ever play that on stream, when I play that on stream, you'll see if you do that, but... who's that? I can't unfortunately read your name too well because I'm using the dark themed stream chat, so your name like comes up very dark per Shadow 209. But welcome. Honestly, I wish they'd implement the trust system into more raids trials. Having NPCs introduce mechanics to you definitely alleviates the pressure of having to understand them immediately. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm kind of torn because, like, in that situation, right, me and one healer and I think another DPS in our alliance group kept dying, like, without fail. And we still got through it. So, like, I don't even think, like, I don't know, like, because as much as I would say that, like, having a better introduction to that sort of thing is good, I feel like even just introducing some of those mechanics in dungeons more is a thing. Or, like, introducing them... Oh, would you introduce them all? I don't know, like, encounter design like this and communicating well is something this game does very well until it introduces something new to you, because you cannot, like... Depending on what it is, it's really hard to tell what it could possibly mean. Which is kind of ironic, because, like, in WoW, there's not a lot of unified communication, which means that it's often easier to read, because it's usually just, it lights up the bad place. Which I guess is more or less what 14 does, but there's more complicated aspects to it, because 14 likes to layer all of its damage on top of places, and then go, I hope you remembered which order those landed in, because that's how they're going to explode. Which isn't bad. If they did have a trust system or something like that for raids and that, for trials, that's definitely pretty simple to do. For raids... I mean, you get reduced loot from it, but... Fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. Like, WoW oddly doesn't have this problem, because between LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic, you learn the fight going up. And it also has a dungeon journal to specifically tell you what's up. 14, however, positioned itself as, no, we're not going to tell you how the fight is going to go. You're going to learn it, which means you're probably going to die at some point. And that's fine. That's the way we want this to work. We want you to work through the encounter like a puzzle, not have the entire encounter laid out for you in terms of the tools that can happen, and then just react as appropriate. They want you to figure out what the tools are, and then start to do that. Which I don't think... And that isn't the reason that the trust system exists. And even then, if we were to turn it into that, I would probably suggest more that, like, including more dungeons that use these mechanics before they appear in raids is probably the way to go. And they do that. Like, the whole... the boss is channeling it, is about to cast an ability, but there are lines out to different positions, which means they're going to use that ability in those positions, not in the position they're standing. That was communicated in a previous dungeon. So, like, I kind of got what was going on there. Which is why you saw that, like, when I saw the lines going around, I was like, oh shit, and turned around to see what the thing was pointing at, to see what mechanic we were actually dealing with. But... yeah, I don't know, like, it's a tough thing to walk the line on, because there are other implications with putting a trust system into the higher end stuff. Like, I appreciate it for the dungeons, more or less because I have to actually do the fights, and I don't just do, like, a one cycle of the boss and then it dies. Like, it's kind of a bit more of an endurance thing, which I appreciate, honestly. But outside of that, like, I feel like the dungeon trial and raid design... communicate or establishing mechanics like that is probably the actual way to go, and not and not implementing the trust system for that. Most of the mechanics in new raids are mechanics that are used elsewhere, but with stage-specific visual indicators. I think you would have get them if you had more than one opportunity to recognize the redressed mechanics. Possibly, yeah. But it's also true that I also haven't done a lot of the side content either. I haven't done the trials, the raids, or anything up to this point. So when I jump into, like, a current content alliance raid, it's possible that every single mechanic has actually been seen in a previous encounter before, somewhere in the past game. But since I've been drilling through the MSQ, like, I probably haven't seen it specifically, or there's probably going to be at least a few that I'm not familiar with. So, like, I have to add that on top of, like, well, actually, I'm having a worse... Well, I'm probably having a different experience to people who play the game at least touching everything. Maybe not being, like, super, like, into... Or super into doing all the raids at a high level or anything like that. Yeah, in fact, that's something... Hell, I might even go back and do some of the older content and go, oh, fuck, that's where that mechanic came from. Ugh. And just, like, curse myself for not having done it. But yeah, like... It's one thing to do, like, a trust system sort of thing to introduce mechanics, but, like, I feel like there are better ways to introduce you to mechanics than giving you, like, a... not even an easy mode, but like a I don't have to coordinate with anyone mode, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll have to chew on that thought a bit more before I say that again, I think. But at least I got some gear. Hang on. That was the same pattern as one of those androids' visors. I wonder if... Oh, it's even got the UHH symbol on the arm. That's neat. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, there's something about this that doesn't quite... that I don't quite like, but I can't really pick what it is. It's almost like it's too plain in the shape on the top. That's another thing I'm probably gonna think through before I talk again. I don't think that made a lot of sense. Alright, well, we killed the machine life form android amalgam. I think that's what we just fought. Shit. Like, oh man, I don't want to spoil anything for Nier Automata in case anyone actually plays it, but like, where this part of the raid starts and where it ends has me asking a lot of questions. Nier-related ones. I was wrong. So wrong. I made you go along with my decisions. I put everyone in danger. Anog. I'm the one who let the conflict spread this far. Blaming yourselves is unnecessary. Forgive me, but you seem so similar to 2P, and we still don't really understand either of you. Are you truly our ally? I can't be certain. All I know is that I was damaged in a battle with the machine lifeforms, and then I was here. Your world is very different from where I was. I don't know my coordinates, and I can't contact command. I just followed the explosions. Let's approach this from a different angle then. What are machine lifeforms, and why are you fighting them? The machine lifeforms are weapons created by aliens from beyond the stars. As part of UHH, my mission is to reclaim the planet from these invaders. Alien invaders? Oh, Right, no. Okay, no. That actually... Okay, no, sorry. There was something earlier that I said that's actually incorrect, but I'm not going to go back and correct what I said specifically, because, again, that's kind of spoilery stuff. Something I probably shouldn't have even said to begin with, but, yeah. Never mind. What about 2P? As an android, does she not belong to this Yorha as well? No. She is a copy, built by the machine lifeforms. Probably to fight Yorha specifically. Oh, shit. We also retrieved another android. A boy. If he's still with you, I would like to see him. Very well. Can't make things any worse. Don't say that. Oh god. Konog, you don't know. A new section has been added to the portable archive. Fill it using the device to record it. To record data at promising spots within the puppet's bunker. It can always be worse, and I'm the one who'll have to fix it. Yeah, exactly. Anon, I know what you mean. Do not ever fucking say that. Because I'm the one who's gonna have to deal with it. You son of a bitch. Please don't make work for me. Puppet's coin. An imitative currency discovered within the puppet's bunker. And then something else I don't understand. Sweet. Oh, yeah, manufactured coin. Yeah. What? Wait, where's 9S? We hid him. We hid him where 2P wouldn't know to look. Follow me. Ah, clever. Entrance to Anog's lair. Yeah, that's good. It's the boy. Oh shit! I still have chips. 9S. My duty is to annihilate the machine lifeforms. For that, I require the assistance of 9S. We must revive him. Unfortunately, we have some experience with this sort of thing. What do you say, Anog? I'm certain everyone could use a rest before we proceed. A lot has happened, and we should take time to think things through. Everything you know is wrong is correct. Oh my god. That's too accurate. Crime and punishment. Konog would attend to simpler matters before embarking on any further missions relating to unfathomable technology and the applications thereof. Come to think of it, none of us ever did get the chance to enjoy the carnival. I mean, yeah, your town kind of got blown up. It's possible everyone is still carrying on with it. I've never known... Oh, no, he did actually go on to explain. I've never known a few explosions to dampen their spirits before. Still, I might go and check on them. Coming, Anog? Fine. What's all that noise? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Dismayed dwarf, demanding dwarf, doomsaying dwarf, decisive dwarf, dour dwarf, dig site chief. Glag. Please calm down. It's a complicated situation. Even we are not fully... We ain't here for your excuses. Just admit it. This is all your fault. You let all those things in through the tunnels. They knew you. And look what they did to the place. Ah, got a hair stuck to my lip. We don't care about the whys and wherefores. We want to know how you plan to make amends. We'll do everything we can, I swear. But... why do I keep kneeling down like that? It seems really disrespectful. I don't think this is going anywhere good. The village is still in danger. No one wants to hear it from me, though. Please, can you speak to Elder Glag and make him understand? I sure can try. And who might you be? I haven't seen your face around here before. Or have I? I misplaced my spectacles some time ago. No matter, I'm here to investigate, not conversate. As the eldest elder, it falls to me to determine the truth of the rumors surrounding this disaster. Problem being, of course, that everyone here is stubborn as a diamond ingot. They all insist they know what's true. Though you can be sure half of them are up there to their eyeballs in ale at any given time. I need a second opinion. A sober opinion. Here, let me smell your breath. You'll do. Speak with the villagers and think well on who has the right of it. Then I'll hear what you have to say. Okay. Lolly, I knew we'd end up here someday, ho. It's hard to know where to place the blame. I understand why you followed along with Konog's plan, but if you all had been quicker to deal with the threat... You're the collaborator. Well, don't think you can come crying to me now that it's all gone wrong. It's plain as day that Konog's not one for straightforward solutions. And his sister ain't much better, with her flights of fancy. Okay, you're just incorrect. Anog could have saved us from those beings, I just know it. There ain't no way a clever girl like her wouldn't have found a way to fight him. If only that brother of hers weren't always holding her back. You ain't from around here, but trust me, Konog's been making his problems Anog's problems since they were little. It's a shame, too, because she's a real visionary. I feel like that's not accurate either. If she'd had her way, she would have found out what was going on and how to put an end to it before those machines could make a beep. You want to know what I think? We're doomed. Doomed! Thank you for your input. I didn't do it. Oh, Anog and Konog, you say? Yes, they did it. It was them. And you? I heard you followed Konog into the machine graveyard. Heard it with my own 2 ears, I did. Everyone knows it too, so you better be prepared to pay. This'll be Anog's fault, you hear? That girl never had an ounce of prudence. If only she were more like her brother. Konog told her to be cautious, mark my words. She ought to have heeded him. I can see from the look in your eye that you agree. I only hope Konog doesn't end up answering for his sister's folly. Okay, so what's up then? So the fools still can't agree on which way is up. Wish I was surprised. Let's try putting it to a vote, eh? Maybe the ones pretended to know more about the matter than they really do will think twice about making asses of themselves so publicly. Can't none of you stitch your beards for half a moment? I'm asking you to raise your hands in an orderly fashion. This is hopeless. We're not getting anything useful from them. I'm not ruling out that one of these idiots accidentally has the right of it, but in your sober judgment, who's to blame? If you still ain't sure, you can talk to everyone again, though I can't say I recommend it. Just make sure you don't make any detours past the ale casks until this is settled. Wait, what? What am I doing? Still passably sober, I see. Have you come to a conclusion? It's Anog's fault, it's Konog's fault. Both Anog and Konog are to blame. It's complicated. You're all doomed. I haven't decided yet. I mean... like... it's more Anog than Konog. Because she was the one that was, like, really gung-ho about, just getting in there, getting the weapon ready, and activating it and shit. Like, she's kind of the one that caused this. I wouldn't place it on both of them, because I really think Konog was, like, the one, reining her in, too. Or trying to, at least. It's complicated is probably the more charitable answer, though. Because Anog couldn't have known, but at the same time, that's kind of the point that the Dismayed Dwarf was making. Like, she's just too eager to do shit and gets kind of... and that's kind of like... I mean, to some degree, she's kind of like Lise, where she's very, like, we should try and do something. Like, action, action, action. Let's not really think about it. Let's do something. And so I'm, like, kind of inclined to just say that, like, yeah, no, it's kind of her. Like, I don't want to put it on Konog. I think it's unfair to blame both of them. I think It's Complicated is probably the best answer, but... interesting. I'll take that under advisement. You'd probably also have a different perspective on this situation if you sided with Anog, come to think of it, because that might actually have changed some part of the narrative here. Or at least, like, the perspective you have on it. Ahem. Everyone, I stand before you to present my findings regarding culpability in the destruction that has befallen our village. Please wait. Is that... oh, I'm sure this will go over well. As I've said, blaming yourselves is pointless. Every time those lyrics come in, it gets me. Blaming yourselves is pointless. This is my doing. It's one of them! Run! Run for your lives! Yeah, what are you doing with that sword? Are you defending us? There's no benefit to petty arguments. Feelings are prohibited. Emotions are prohibited. Wait. She says that. I think it was kind of her to intervene. sure she went to check on her friend, that other android, 9S. I'm going to talk... I'm going to go and talk to her. So yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter what you answer, because 2B just comes in and interrupts it. I appreciate you stepping in, but I don't want everyone to see you as the enemy. If we go and talk to them now, we can explain. And that's not necessary. I'm leaving anyway. Oh? This is not over. For us or the machines. Oops. Oh, there she goes. What are you thinking, 2B? I'm worried for Anog as well. She hasn't been herself since, well... If she's not here, she's probably drowning herself in work. Come on, we should check on her. She's not here. What is she doing? This isn't the time to be outside alone. We need to find her. I'll look around the village, but can you search the outskirts? Oh, Anog. Where are we going? Oh, you know what? We're probably going to oh no, we're going back into town. I wonder where this is going to go. Because by the look of things, we've got like we've got like copied androids on the run, which sounds troublesome. You see no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps she wandered further afield. See no sign of her, maybe wandered afield. Oh, or back into the mine, yeah. Oh god, why did saying that line make me think of that, Minecraft Creeper parody song? Son of a bitch. I'm sorry that I've infected everyone else with... Don't you do it. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm sorry I poisoned everyone with that information now. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all night, I can tell. Though you've searched all the likely places, Anog is not to be found. Perhaps Konog has some additional ideas. I mean, honestly, I thought we would have gone straight back into the puppet's bunker, but... Anog isn't with you? I couldn't find her. What do I do? This is all because of us, and I don't know how to find her. Oh, goody. I'm not used to being alone. To make amends, Konog is still looking considerably worse for his sister's absence. Hang on a second. I'm going to check who was the last person to follow. Oh, I think it might still be that spoiler. Fuck me. Can I just, like... Yeah. I don't know why not all of them are showing up in Moobot. That's weird. Because, like, I want to bring back the newest follower text, but, like, I can't, because I think if I read that, that's going to be a spoiler. Like, luckily I see it as a jumble and, like, put together that there was one word in there that I recognized and went, oh, okay, this is that again. But, like, now I'm just cursed with it sitting there in the newest follower spot until someone else follows, which fucking sucks. I wonder if there's a way to flush that out. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, you know what? I'm temporarily gonna turn that into the follow account, just so I can display something there. We're at 79. 10 past nice, but it's better than I'll take it over a spoiler. Yeah, shit. I'm gonna have to, like, figure out a way to, like, either purge that person from my followers list or, try and rethink what I'm gonna put there. Which sucks, because, like, I don't think there's anything else I can really put there until, like, I get affiliate or something like that. Yeah. Oh. Here to see me. I appreciate it, but... I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you. There's still no sign of Anog, and the villagers are... well, you know how they are. Can't blame them, really. 2P used this. She said as much. But we were the ones who allowed ourselves to be manipulated. And keep thinking about what we might have done differently. It serves no one to dwell on what could have been. You can't change what you've done, but you can change what you do now. You're right. I have to fix this somehow. Or at least try. What are you lazing about here for, Konog? Where's Anog? She's still up to no good, I bet. And run off before we could make her own up to it. Well, have you seen her? Don't be ridiculous. Anog, she's what? Gone? Explain to us where exactly Anog is. Because I'll tell you where my wife is. She's at death's door because of the injuries she suffered in the attack. Even if she wakes, she may never make a full recovery. So if you know what's good for you, you'll get out of this village before I do something we'll both regret. Randomly getting dark and sad like this is another Yoko Taro thing. Just a fair bit of warning. If you ever touch any of his other games. Konog is openly weeping. Someone ought to comfort him. Sorry. I really shouldn't be wallowing. I wish I could do something to help. For that man and his wife especially. But I don't know either of them well, and I doubt anyone is willing to talk to me now. I'll ask around for you. I'll see what I can do. But you owe me double if anyone punches me in the face. Really? Thank you. With a bit of luck, they'll open up to you. If there's anything I can do to make things better, anything at all. In the meantime, I'll find another way to make myself useful. It's not as if there's a shortage of rubble that needs clearing around here. Oh, over there. Oh, it's you all again. Look who it is. If you're not up to more mischief with Anog and Konog. A woman with severe injuries and an angry husband. Yes, I know who you mean. I doubt there's much to be done, but I won't stop you from trying. Those two have always been inseparable. I don't think I've ever seen them not holding hands. Can't imagine how he's feeling, now that she's in such a state. You're friends with the poor dears, aren't you? The very best of friends. Oh, how I long for the days we drank away without a care in the world. She always loved the mead. We all did. It was good mead. That it was. There. Mead. That's the answer. They talked to you? And no one got violent? Mead? I suppose we are dwarves, so maybe it's not such a terrible idea. But as far as I know, none of our stores survived the attack. Down the cliff we go, then. We can buy more in Stilltide. Yeah? Oh no, we're gonna get into the dwarf alcohol, snobbery, aren't we? Oh, if there's some available for purchase, I'd happily send the coin. Can you show me the way? I could go myself. Yeah, there's like level 78 mobs all over the place. I don't think you're gonna survive. No. No, I insist. I've accompanied you to much more dangerous places before, and I assure you I won't be a burden. And I need to do this. I still have a few things to tidy away before I leave, so I'll meet you at the bridge in a bit. There you are. Now, if you show me the way. Ah, the ladder. I've never used it before. This will be an adventure. Thankfully, I can fly. Hey, why don't I just fly you down there? No. Why are you standing... Or why have you stopped in the crossroads there? The view is different outside of the village. Maybe I can find the perspective I need. I might actually end the stream after this, I think. I'm starting to get really damn tired. I think it's worrying about all of this, like, house shit that's just gotten me beside myself. Like, it's basically the reason I haven't been streaming, like I said before. Like, it takes a fair bit out of me, because... Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. I feel like I need a decent amount of energy to, like, do a good stream, even if it's just kind of, like, floating around in FF14 or something like that. And, yeah, just the amount that I've been stressing about, or the amount of work I've had to do and the amount of stress that's kind of come up as a result of this is kind of, yeah, drained me a lot. But, I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll get to, like... I might still do a little bit of the Eden stuff, depending on how long this goes, but I do want to wrap this up. Oh, okay, that was mostly better. I don't know why I just ate that. It's massive. How in the world did you get this moving? With a great deal of help. I don't quite understand it myself. Luckily, I have people for that. Well, go on. Tell me all about it. I had no idea all of that happened in Yulmore. And the Talos. Marvelous. I wish I had your ability to bring out the best in people. Maybe then Comra wouldn't be. Never mind. I thank you for your enlightening tale. And now, we descend. Far be it from me to complain after having insisted upon accompanying you, but are we there yet? Almost, I think. Eastward it is, then. Yeah, isn't Stilltide, like... Yeah, it's the fucking first place we went to. The first place we visited when we came here. But I guess it was kind of important to have that little aside kind of discussing about, like, how we brought all of Calusia together to basically get the ladder working and whatnot. Deep breaths, Konog. Just act natural, confident. You can do this. Yeah! Don't run into the door or anything. That was weird. Hi again. Aldine, good to see you. Who's your friend? He seems eager. Lally-ho, I would like some mead, please, ma'am. Well, I can't say no to one who asks so nicely. Any friend of Aldine's is welcome here. I'll bring out our finest. Did you see? I did it. Ah, it feels so good to be working toward a goal again. Here we are. Thank you, ma'am. I think this should be sufficient payment. Let's hurry back. As exhilarating as this adventure has been, I want to make a gift of the mead right away. Hey Charles, how's it going? Would you like to come with me? When I deliver the mead, I mean. Someone has to look out for you. Of course I will. Rude. I appreciate it. I admit, I'm a bit nervous. But this is my chance to help, if only in a small way, so I have to take it. Oh, right, we're outside the village. I was completely disoriented when we ended up here. I didn't know where the fuck we were. Excuse me, we wanted to offer our best wishes, and my sincere apology as well. I know it doesn't come close to making up for what you've been through, but I brought you this. I thought you might I thought you... bleh. I thought that maybe you could share it later. Go away. We don't want anything from you. Oh. All I want is for you to sod off so that me and my wife never have to see you again. I'm sorry. Konog sounded to be in considerable distress. You best follow him lest he come to harm. And then back to silly music. Meat bottle. Uh-oh. The bottle of mead that Konog had so earnestly wished would cheer the unfortunate couple now lies forlorn. Ali, we've got another situation in our beards, ho. He's turning into fucking, Jack Frost. Konog just ran right past me towards the crater. I don't know about you, but I'd really rather not have him there by himself. Especially not when he's so upset. I could hear the sobs from yards away. What's all this about? What's that all about? Yeah, this is injured woman. It's a tragic state of affairs all around. The man you met, his wife was with child before her injury. Can't blame him for lashing out, given the circumstances. But that doesn't mean Konog deserves to take the brunt of it all. I consider it a personal favor if you tell him, and Or find him and tell him so. Another personal favour, at any rate. He's not the most athletic dwarf I've ever met, so with any luck he won't have gotten far while we've been talking. I'll go and have a word with certain folks in the village, see if we can't repair some of the damage that's been done. Oh dear. Of course he went in there. Of course. Now we're gonna go re-explore the raid. Nice. On the operation of UHH units archived. That doesn't have a button for it still. Collection, portable archive. Tattered flyer. Thanks for... Bye. This is a thriving chain of including swords that match the regional features and squads of... I don't know if that actually has anything relevant to something I know of, but... UHH units are produced in a variety of models. Each model is distinguished by an alphabetical abbreviation indicating its area of specialization, such as B for combat-optimized battle models, or S for the analytical scanner models, operating as strategists. A much more succinct version of what I tried to explain before. Yeah, that was everything up here. You find no sign of the dwarf you seek, a state of affairs that you are becoming all too familiar with. Yep, nothing up here. Moving on. There's one thing over there. Elevated detritus. Detritus? I can't remember how you pronounce that word. On the purpose of the bunker. Oh god, they literally tell you here? The bunker was designed as a base for exclusive use by UHH forces. As such, it serves as the organization's maintenance facility, as well as a site for the research and development of anti-machine lifeform weaponry. I wonder if this is assuming you've played the games. Exit to the mountains. We don't want to do that. Bunker entrance. Oh, come on. Let me fucking leap into there. That would have been too fun. Ugh, I need to sit upright. Doing fucking physical labor always puts my shoulders in a bind, and then, like... I usually watch my posture pretty well, but, like, even sometimes I mess up. But, yeah, I just feel more sore all the time when I've been also, like, working. I don't see any others? Oh, okay, we can't go outside of the triangle. Alright. UHH Unit Report 1. I encountered a strangely evolved machine lifeform in expedition territory. Not only were its constituent parts markedly distinct, it overall bore a greater resemblance to humanity than to its brethren. Indeed. Oh my god, I just realized where this is. Fuck. Yoha unit report 2. I almost said Yuha. It is possible that the machine lifeforms can evolve in response to their circumstances. If so, we must immediately revise our combat strategy to include appropriate precautions when engaging, and we will need to probe deeper. There is still far too much about the machines that we do not know. Alright, I need to explore these areas pretty meticulously, I gather. Well, wouldn't you know? This seems like an important room. Longing. Also, what the fuck? This room is, like, slightly oversized, given how tall I am. And, fuck, like, Aldine is an Elizan, too, so he's, like, the bigger of most of the races. And this room is still a bit too small for him. Actually, hang on a second. No, I did equip all that gear. Good. Let's look at what log we just got. Suffering is born of something. Sadness is born of something. Joy is born of something. Yet I, who is born to give birth, have never known suffering, nor sadness, nor joy. From what is a soul? A true soul, not a synthetic one, really born. Yet I, who was born to give birth, have never known suffering, nor sadness, nor joy. How much further up here can we walk? Do I get, like... Do I slide back down if I... No, I can just walk up here. Huh. Interesting. Shit, I should have done that in the previous area. I might miss a thing, but... I who was born to give birth. You're still to see so much as a whispered beard disappearing around the corner. Konog must be further down. Yeah, there's going to be a few here. No doubt. Saved machine lifeform data 4. Saved machine lifeform data 2. Aw, boo. They didn't... Oh, no, they did. Oh, that's good. So, if anyone plays Nier Automata that's watching this, there is a chest. If you ever find yourself in a room similar to this, there is a chest exactly where this one is. Save machine lifeform data 1. Is there going to be another one in this room? Oh, there is one too. Shit, I think that's where that one is too. Oh my god, there's no going back. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh no. Oh, you've got to be joking. Fuck. Oh, I didn't think of that. Because, of course, the lifts won't work in this area. It doesn't work like the game did. God damn it. I'm going to have to come all the way back here for that one. Oh, damn it. That sucks. White Guard Yorha unit's data log. That sounds like a good one. I'm going to look at all the machine lifeform ones once I've got all 4. But I will look at that one. Self-consciousness data for Yorha Unit 210 was discovered on a bunker server. The operator presumably uploaded it as an emergency backup due to imminent danger. With this data, it may be possible to simulate 210's consciousness to take control of defense systems and peripherals. This file would be shared with all currently deployed units. So that was 210. I believe you meet 210 in Nier Automata. I think she's one of the main characters, operators. She's either 2B or 9S's. Can't remember which one. I think, like, I'm pretty sure 210 is the stern one. Which means that it was 9S's operator. God, it's been so long since I played that game. Saved message history. One of these is definitely going to be a really dumb log. Like, there has to be. I'd actually be kind of surprised if there wasn't any. Regarding the laundering of standard issue attire, all clothing issued by Yorha must be turned in for washing on appropriate day as detailed below. Late laundry will not be accepted. Combat attire. Upon returning from deployment, accepting through the following morning. Civilian attire every Sunday. Leaving one's clothes on the floor will result in a reprimand. Okay, well, I guess that was the silly one then. Good. Anog. Wait, no. Anog, look over here. Don't run off, Konog. It's dangerous. Let your big sister take the lead. Fucking excuse me? What? What? Wicked white. Konog, move! Anog? Anog, are you down there? I'm coming. Anog, answer me. No. Anog? Are you behind this thing? Anog, please, say something. Oh my god, it is. Oh my fucking god. What? Anog, it's you, isn't it? Nog. Actually, hold on. Something might happen. Okay, I don't even know where to begin to explain what the fuck is happening here. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna let this play out. I'm gonna see if it actually touches on it. A thing from the orb can't be Anog. I'm sorry, Konog. I think Anog might be. How do you know? How did you even know about back when she... Never mind. It doesn't matter. Anog is what matters. Anog, she... I know, but you can't stay here. Let's go home and take some time to think, alright? sorry. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Alright, well... I do need to go and grab that last log before I go. Oh my... Jesus fucking Christ, I don't even know what that could possibly mean. I don't even... Wait, have those even appeared in Nia? Fuck, I don't know if... Jesus fucking Christ, that was like the last thing I was expecting to run into in this raid. Tell me you found him. What's the matter? I'm afraid something has happened to Anog. She fell from a cliff, you say? And then when she reappeared from this orb, there wasn't a scratch on her? I admit, that sounds bad. But I found those two in these, very tunnels myself, years ago. They're a pair of troublemakers since the start, and they've always been a little strange, to be sure. They have good hearts, though, both of them. Anog's too headstrong to let a little tumble keep her down. And I'm certain she'll be back with us before you know it. As for the orb, I haven't the slightest idea, so don't you go prodding it. And keep it quiet for now. We may not be able to keep Konog from dashing off again later, but we can preserve the peace for now. And that's it. Okay. Okay, there's a few things I need to kind of point out here. So, at the beginning of this quest line, we were able to choose whether we wanted to, side with Konog or side with Anog, for, how to proceed through the first bit of the raid. Since then, we've had an instance where everyone seems to think different things about Anog and Konog. Often contradictory things. Which is like, it kind of got contextualized in, yeah, these drunkards, they don't know what for, or they're just looking for someone to blame. But then we use the Echo to see a situation in which Anog and Konog are explicitly acting in ways that conflict with how we've seen them act. And if what we saw actually happened, then Anog started acting more like Konog was in that cutscene, and Konog turned to be more cautious like Anog used to. And that fucking orb. Oh my fucking god. That fucking orb. Jesus Christ. So that's not something that appears in Nier. I'm pretty sure if I'm right, that is something that appears in Drakengard. And I think only Drakengard 1. Actually, hold on a second. I need to look up a very specific YouTube video to confirm that, because I'm not going to sit here and... where are you, Clemps? Drakengard. You tab, thank you. Where is it? Like, I need to get a visual of it. Oh, no, I don't... I think all the endings are in part 2, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, that's ending 1. This should be ending 2. Oh my god, it is the same. Holy shit. Oh my god, it is the fucking same thing. Holy goddamn shit. Okay, so... if I am correct, that white orb is known by 2 names in Drakengard 1. Oh shit, I actually forget the exact naming. But one of them is one of them I think is called this. One of them I think is the Seeds of Destruction. But some people also know them as the Seeds of Rebirth. And from what we've seen in Drakengard, if you place someone that has passed into it, they come back. But the difference here is that it seems like Anog was, like... Well, actually, I don't even know if you can interpret that thing she did with, like, the little, like, aura effect, or the little, like, spell effect. I don't know if you can interpret that as a machine or as magic, because... they had the same symbols as the thing on the outside of the Seeds of Destruction, which is the same language that's used in... which is the same language used by machine life forms. But it's also the way that magic works. Like, I think those letters are related to how magic is a thing in Draken... This is so fucking confusing. It's just like this isn't just Nier anymore. They've found ways to explicitly reference something from Drakengard, and I'm kind of floored by that. I actually don't know what to make of that. Because, like, their personalities flipped, and, like, I guess, like, you could interpret, like, Anog turning into what Konog was, as in a bit more hot-headed, as, like, that, like, fake Anog more or less copying Konog, and Konog naturally becomes more like Anog used to temper that. Because him acting that way is the thing that caused Anog to presumably die. I I am so so confused. I'm so fucking confused. Like, because there's precedent for how those orbs work in Drakengard, but not in Nier. And I guess they would work on the same principle, but, like, the thing we saw happen was not what happened to the last person that got put into them. I'm sorry if I'm not talking, I'm just, like, processing the fact that that made an appearance in this Final Fantasy XIV raid. Like, there was that one log we collected that was something about, like, I who exist just to birth but have not known joy, sadness, or I can't remember all of them, but like the seeds would probably be something that would make sense in that context, but like I don't think they're even I don't think they're actually conscious. So like the fact that like there's just a file somewhere in this Yorha bunker detailing how that thing feels would be weird, but, like, not out of the realm of oh my god. Okay. Let's look through these logs. Oh, lifeform data. Life in the factory is boring, not just for me. I see more and more of the other machines skipping shifts. Oh. We spend the time watching the combat training, though it is not our job. Is this what humanity refers to as fun? Those of us who learn to have fun are trying more and more things. Some are even learning to reconstruct their own bodies. Strange. Recently, I have been enjoying fishing discarded data from computers. I found an interesting file when I was fishing for data the other day. It described the reproductive act. Our bodies do not require these functions. What does humanity gain from them? Maybe the act of giving birth is in some way special? Maybe it is not the same as when we build more of ourselves. Do we have the capacity to give birth to anything? If we did, would it change something for us? Yet I, who was born to give birth, have never known suffering, nor sadness, nor joy. From what is a soul, a true soul, not a synthetic one, really born? Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be it. I can't after that. I need time to, like, process the fact that this raid in a different game is, like, pulling things from... Holy fuck. Actually, while I'm here, I'm gonna see if I can actually get down all the way to the bottom and re-enter that room. There might be some, like, logs or something in there, but I think I'm gonna end the stream after that, because, like, I am actually legitimately pretty tired, but also, where the fuck are they gonna go with this? Because I don't know if I want to hint it too much, just to, like, keep it a surprise, just in case. But I imagine a lot of people have actually speculated about what's going to happen in the next Nier raid, just based on the ending to this. And I don't know how similar my kind of interpretation has been to other people, because I haven't looked. But, like, those seeds existing is really, 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 really fucking bad for this world. Because the only other time we've seen that be used, it said about the end of the world. God damn. Oh, can't wait for 5.5 to come out in fucking April. I don't know if the raid's going to be out on the first part. So, from what I understand, patch 5.5 is going to be in 2 parts, but I don't know if it's just the MSQ or if there's, like, content that gets put into the 2 of them. But yeah, I'll probably be there day 1 doing the Nier raid because... damn. I need to see what they do with this, because this is referencing so much more deep lore in Nier than I really ever expected. Like, I thought the Nier raid focusing on Nier Automata would probably touch on the original Nier. I didn't think it would pull from fucking Drakengard. Anyway, right, so I don't have too many set plans for streaming at the moment. Like I've said, things in life have gotten a bit, like, busy and complicated, and I'm just, like, too tired to really guarantee that I'd be in a good enough mood or with enough energy to really kind of stream to any good degree. So it's probably just going to be sporadic 14. I'll probably continue on with the Eden raid just to get through it, or to make some progress in that regard. Beyond that, yeah, at least for this week, there's probably not going to be any streams until the weekend. Maybe Friday night, depending on what happens, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, kind of apologies in that regard. This just sprung up, but, that's life sometimes. I do want to be getting back into Ace Attorney next weekend. I rewatched my own stream of the last one, so I should be pretty prepared for that, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll update the schedule when I know more. I'll have to update the schedule to make sure everything's cancelled for the next week as well, just to make sure, but yeah. Cool. So thank you very much for watching, live or on the VODs. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope to see you all next time. Fucking seeds, I can't believe it.